Welcome to Artificial Evidence, the show where we delve into the darkest mysteries history has to offer. I am Owen Carver, and I will be your guide as we navigate another gripping true crime case. Today, we are stepping into the shadowed halls of St. Catherine's Convent, an imposing and isolated sanctuary perched on the edge of Blackthorn Woods in rural Pennsylvania. It is the late summer of 1935, and the convent, once a place of peace and faith, becomes the setting for a sinister series of events that will leave you questioning just how much darkness can hide behind the veil of devotion. This story is one of faith, fear, and betrayal, a labyrinth of secrets that takes us deep into the heart of a community shattered by an unimaginable truth. Prepare yourself for the twists and turns that lie ahead, as the algorithm knows every clue waiting to be uncovered. St. Catherine's Convent was built in 1879, its towering stone spires rising above the dense forest surrounding Blackthorn Woods. For decades, it served as a place of refuge for young women seeking a life of devotion, as well as a home for orphaned children taken in by the sisters. By the 1930s, the convent had gained a reputation not only for its acts of charity, but also for its strict, and some might say, archaic adherence to religious discipline. The sisters were known for their silence, literally. St. Catherine's was one of the few remaining convents in America that practiced perpetual silence, where communication was limited to written notes and only broken during prayers or emergencies. It was August 5, 1935, when a local farmer named Henry Mitchell made a chilling discovery. He had been delivering fresh produce to the convent when he noticed an eerie stillness, even for St. Catherine's. The front doors were slightly ajar, creaking in the summer breeze, and when he entered the courtyard, he found no one to greet him. Henry ventured inside, calling out in vain. He was about to leave when he noticed a faint trail of blood on the cold stone floor. The trail led him to the main chapel, where he stumbled upon a horrifying sight. Beneath the altar, the lifeless body of Sister Agnes lay sprawled, her hands clasped as if in prayer. Her habit was stained with blood, and her face, though serene, bore the faintest trace of terror. The police were summoned immediately, and the case was assigned to Sheriff Wallace Kerr, a pragmatic man who had seen his share of oddities in the rural county, but nothing quite like this. The examination of Sister Agnes revealed that her throat had been slit with what appeared to be a ritual blade, yet there was no sign of struggle. Even more perplexing was the state of the convent itself. None of the other sisters were to be found. It was as if the entire community had vanished into the woods. As the investigation progressed, Sheriff Kerr uncovered unsettling details. A locked room in the convent's eastern wing contained journals belonging to the late Mother Superior, Sister Eleanor. The entries described a series of strange occurrences in the months leading up to the murder, unexplained noises in the chapel at night, symbols etched into the wooden pews, and sightings of shadowy figures in the forest. One entry, dated July 23rd, read, "The darkness is growing stronger. We must not let it consume us." The discovery of these journals fueled rumors among the townsfolk, who began to speculate that the convent had been plagued by something far beyond their understanding. Whispers of occult rituals and demonic possession spread quickly, painting St. Catherine's as a place cursed by forces it could not contain. Days turned into weeks, and with no sign of the missing nuns, the case seemed destined to remain unsolved. But then, on September 9th, a hiker named Laura Grayson stumbled upon a hidden cave deep within Blackthorn Woods. Inside, she found evidence that shattered any illusion of innocence. The cave was filled with remnants of what appeared to be ceremonial gatherings, melted candles, charred bones, and carvings of arcane symbols etched into the walls. At the center of the cave lay a tattered piece of fabric that matched the habits worn by the Sisters of St. Catherine's. The discovery suggested that at least some of the nuns had not disappeared, but had instead been part of something unspeakable. When Sheriff Kerr arrived at the scene, he noticed something peculiar. The symbols in the cave matched those described in Sister Eleanor's journals. It seemed that the late Mother Superior had been aware of the rituals taking place, but whether she had tried to stop them or had been complicit remained unclear. The final twist came months later, when a young woman named Annabelle Reeves, who had been one of the orphans raised at St. Catherine's, confessed to the authorities. Annabelle revealed that the nuns had been conducting rituals in an attempt to summon what they believed was a protective spirit. They had hoped to shield the convent from the financial ruin it faced during the Great Depression. However, the rituals spiraled out of control, leading to paranoia, infighting, and ultimately violence. Sister Agnes had opposed the rituals, and her death was the result of a desperate attempt to silence her. The other nuns, consumed by guilt and fear, fled into the woods, where they likely perished, unable to survive the harsh conditions. The case was officially closed, but the events at St. Catherine's left a mark on the community that would never fade. To this day, locals claim to hear whispers in Blackthorn Woods and see flickering lights near the ruins of the old convent. Whether these are echoes of the past or something more sinister, no one can say for certain. And there you have it, the haunting tale of St. Catherine's Convent and the darkness that unfolded behind its sacred walls. This story reminds us that even the most sacred places can harbor unspeakable secrets. Thank you for joining me on this journey through shadows and intrigue. If you found this episode compelling, please share it with others and explore the mysteries that await in future episodes. I am Owen Carver, and this has been Artificial Evidence. Until next time, stay curious, stay vigilant, and remember, the algorithm knows.